Alright, collective. I could be talking to a wounded warrior with the Nine of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Somebody, you are very resilient. There's been times you want to throw in the towel, but you always manage to keep going. So basically, I'm talking to a wounded warrior, but I need you to understand. You still deserve everything that is meant for you. As they say, broken crayon still color. So the energy is, like I said, somebody, you are resilient. You could have somebody in your energy that's being persistent, constantly doing something. So, but we're gonna tap in collective and see what's going on. What's going on? Okay. So we got the Two of Wands coming out. More fire. Aries, Leo, Sag. This Two of Wands speaks of standing on business, believing in yourself. As you can see, the person is like you holding the world in your hand. So just know, what you desire, you can have. Got the Emperor energy at the bottom. So I could be talking to an Aries, divine masculine father figure. Or I could be talking to anyone that's stepping in leadership role, taking charge, being the head. Okay, Aries is the head. Five of Pentacles, Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, with the Nine of Wands back at the bottom. So like I said, somebody you could have been feeling left out at a lack mindset. Your money could be kind of funny. With the Nine of Wands, like I say, you somebody, you don't let that stop you. Even if you are or have been at a lack mindset, money funny, or feeling left out in the cold, you still always manage to keep going, keep pushing. But I feel like you are possibly leaving somebody out in the cold right now, being that you are standing on business. Okay, but five speaks of change. So we got the Strength card coming out with the Ace of Swords. Strength is Leo energy. We are in Leo season. And the Ace of Swords is air, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This speaks of clarity, having truth, seeing straight through the mask. So I feel like somebody, you may have a strong sort of insight, a strong truth, and just know you are guarded and protected. Your spirit team is protecting you, so you could be someone that's here to bring the truth. You have an eye for the truth. Your discernment is very strong, okay? So, like I said, whoever you are, most likely you are a truth bringer. You work for the Most High. So, speak your truths. Chariot coming out. So, this speaks of succeeding. No matter what have ever came up against you, you always manage to succeed. Somebody you could be riding off in the sunset, riding off to a new passionate beginning. Somebody you could be seeing 11, 11, 1, 1. Chariot. Yeah, with the Ten of Swords. So possibly you have had to protect yourself against deceitful people. You had possibly up to 10 swords in your back. And like I say, you still manage to always succeed, no matter who's been stabbing you in the back. And when this financial opportunity that the Most High is going to give you, at this point, like I said, you could be celebrating with groups of people, or you are walking away from groups of people that you once celebrated with. Because most likely you could have had groups of people who were the ones stabbing you in the back. But like I say, source is getting you up out of that. Because like I say, either you are someone that's gifted, have gifts, you have a gift of discernment, and you are knowing that you need to walk away from certain people, places, and things that does not serve your highest good. We got the Eight of Swords coming out, so somebody could be like in a self-mental imprisonment. Like you are basically blocking out your own intuition. You're getting in your own way. Somebody could be seeing 88 with the Eight of Cups to the Eight of Swords. Maybe somebody is in their head about whether they should walk away from a group of people. If these group of people are never showing up for you, or every time it's your time to shine, they got something else to do, most likely, ain't no need to be in your head about it. Go ahead and leave these folks alone. I could be talking to an Empress, a mother figure. The Empress embodies all the queens. I believe this is Virgo Libra energy. Either way, you could be a mother figure. You could be with child. If you are, congratulations. But I feel like I'm talking to a mother figure, somebody like you, the Empress. So you ain't no need for you to be letting nobody tell you nothing because you already got your shit together if you're in this Empress energy. But I just feel like you could be kind of like not using your intuition. We got the Page of Cups coming out to the Page of Swords. So the Page of Cups usually speaks of your feelings changing. Somebody could be immature, young. You could be getting intuitive messages. With the Page of Swords, this speaks of some type of idea, inspiration, thought, aha moment, and it could also speak of people talking about you, talking against you. But with the Nine of Swords, it's like somebody is worrying. Now, like I said, the page could be some children, like young. If it was a person, the page would be a young person, a child. So I'm not sure whether someone, maybe you have your kids that's worrying about you. Cups and air. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, air, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But the Nine of Swords speaks of anxiety, up late night, losing sleep, having nightmares. With the Two of Pentacles, this speaks of juggling, balance, having more than one financial opportunity. With the Queen of Swords is air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So as the Queen of Swords, this is a female energy that, like, when she speaks, people listen. A lot of people come to her for advice. So I don't know, somebody with the Page of Cups, like I said, you could be the type of person that get downloads, spirit speaks to you. So maybe one of your new juggling accomplishments will be, like I said, you could be somebody that's going to be like a reader, advisor, a counselor. Okay. Yeah, with the Three of Pentacles, speaks of working together, collaborating with groups. But with the Seven of Swords at the bottom, you could be like somebody, you may be on a job, you may be juggling a job. I'm not sure whether you're dealing with people, wolves in sheep clothing, so be careful if you are on a job. You could have groups of people trying to, be deceitful. King of Wands to the Eight of Wands. So with the Three of Pentacles speaks of working together, collaborating. I'm not sure whether there's a King of Wands that's quickly coming towards you, wanting to collaborate, or wanting to move you into stability, have some type of ceremony. But there's some type of fast motion that's coming through from a King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. With the Queen of Wands coming out in reverse. But I'm going to put it in the upright. But the Queen of Wands is in the reverse could be like a female that's kind of like a home wrecker, leading with passion, very sexual. But in the upright, the Queen of Wands is someone who is very confident in herself. So in the reverse, there could be a Queen of Wands that lacks confidence. With the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom, this speaks of abundance, generational wealth, happy family dynamic. So I'm not sure whether there's a King of Wands quickly seeking out a Queen of Wands in reverse for some type of abundance or fruition. But the Ten of Pentacles speaks of everything coming into fruition. But like I said, this Queen of Wands is in the reverse. What else, Spirit? That's the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Oh, because this Queen of Wands is deceitful. And I'm feeling like Spirit is saying someone needs to end the cycle with a Queen of Wands in the reverse. This person could be a home wrecker. Okay, but she's very deceitful. And like I said, keep in mind it could be a masculine and his feminine energy. But with the World card here, sources say this cycle is ending. If there's a King of Wands messing with a Queen of Wands, maybe a relationship is coming to an end. Six of Wands coming out, some type of victory. With the Lovers at the bottom. So maybe that's some type of choice. Maybe a masculine made a wrong decision. And maybe now he's trying to make another decision.